All right, guys. So on the 10th, we had eight events we provided, and seven of those won, and one was lost. As at the time of recording this, we have provided you with also 20 sporting events from last night, and so far so good. It's been going well. We've had three of those come through. Waiting for the 17 more results. I guess you already know by now. If you want to see that result, you can get that from our Telegram community. You can find that link pinned in our bio, or you wait when it's done. We're gonna post that in comment section so you can see what happens in those events. So welcome to the channel. If you're first time coming across the channel, if you're a sports betting fan or football prediction fan, welcome to the channel. What we do here is provide you with information which we believe is very important, and makes you stand out, from every person that goes out to bet. Information basically increases chances of winning significantly, and that's what we provide to you here. And also we provide safe market options, that can help you beat the odds in the long run if you are new to sport betting. All right, so welcome back, guys. My name is Huka, and I will be your host on this daily podcast show, football prediction podcast show, where I will bring you information about sporting events that we have earmarked, selected to be good to go, and safe market options from the options, hundreds of options the bookies give us in each of those events. The ones we feel are most likely going to happen, we will be bringing those to you attached to those sporting events information to help you make better informed decisions as you go about, making your picks today. Here's a bit of a disclaimer on the channel, and that's to say that this channel provides information and analysis on sports betting for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right, guys, we do not guarantee any specific outcomes or profits from betting activities. All content is based on personal opinions and that of the team, of course, and you should not consider this financial advice by any means. Please gamble responsibly and make sure to watch this video till the very end before you make any betting decision today. Basically, and viewing and participating in this content, is at your own risk. Basically, you have to know that before we move forward. So moving on to today's sporting event, we have 14 of those sporting events for you. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the business for today. So the first sporting event we have for you today is the game between Everton and Liverpool, and here's information about that sporting event for your use today.
No match has recorded as many 0-0 draws in Premier League history as this one, 12, yet no club has netted more injury time winners against another than Liverpool has against Everton in the league, 5, and the whole home support will be extremely anxious about a repeat occurrence on their significant evening.
So given that reports that we've just gone through there, we think that under 4.5 goals will be the safe way to watch what happens in a sporting event, safe market option at an odd of 1.19 in that sporting event. The next sporting event we have on the list is the game between Club Brugge and Atlanta, and here's information as always about these sporting events before you back it.
While Club Brugge have shown to be difficult for many visitors, Atlanta is a strong team on the road and can solidify their defense when required. The Nerazzurri undoubtedly possess enough attacking strength to find the net at least once, and they are expected to carry a narrow advantage into the second leg next week.
Alright, so given the report that we have there, we think that an away win or draw at an odd of 1.30 will be the safe way to play this in this sporting event today. The next sporting event we have for you is the game between Celtic and Bayern Munich, and here's information about that sporting event for those looking to back that today basically.
Celtic have performed brilliantly at home in Europe this season, yet all three victories were against teams that were knocked out in the league stage, and Bayern presents a significant increase in quality. Although they lost 3 out of 4 away matches during the league phase, Bayern will maintain confidence in advancing, even if they suffer a close defeat here, due to their impressive home performance. However, Kompany's squad ought to quell the intense home crowd and establish a strong advantage going into the return leg.
Alright, so given that report that we have there, we think that an away, to win, the away team to win either of the halves, at another 1.20 will be the safe way to play this, in that sporting event. The next sporting event is between Feyenoord and AC Milan, and here's information about that sporting event for those who wish to back it today.
Feyenoord have been struggling, whereas Milan seldom perform at their peak outside of San Siro, making a score draw a likely result in an engaging first leg. With this tie hanging in the balance, both teams will undoubtedly score against a questionable opposing defense.
All right. So, given that report that we have there, we think that over 1.5 goals will be scored in this match. 2 goals, basically, because we expect both teams to be able to find back of the net based on their defenses, like you heard in the report in that sporting event. The next is between Monaco and Benfica, and here's some information about that sporting event for you today.
Monaco's recent slump has occurred at a bad moment, with teams chasing them in the race for the top 4 in League One and a European playoff to tackle, but they still possess the quality to compete in this match. Benfica have been effective on the road lately, securing 4 victories in their last 5 Champions League away matches, but they might miss the chance to achieve 3 consecutive wins away for the first time since the competition's rebranding.
All right. So, given that we expect Monaco, that we see Monaco's form is slumping, and Benfica has always been holding down the fort, we think that giving Benfica 2 goals advantage going into that sporting event handicap, and expecting them to maintain that advantage till the end of 90 minutes is the way to go in this sporting event, and that's priced at another of 1.22 in that one. The next sporting event is between Bristol City and Stoke City, and here's some information about that sporting event for your use today.
Regardless of the disparity in league positions, both teams are experiencing comparable form ahead of the match, indicating a close contest that we predict will result in a draw.
All right, so given that report that we have there, we think that the home team to win or draw at an odd of 1.21 will be the safe way to play the sporting events in this one. We expect a draw here, but given that the home team should be in better form, than the away team, just want to go with the home side doing that. And they lost, I think, a while ago, so we're expecting them to recover this time around, or at least come up with a draw, in this one. 1 point for that. Next sporting event is between Burnley and Hull City, and here's information about that sporting event for your use today.
Burnley is relying on their solid defense as the backbone of their promotion effort, and we anticipate they will deliver another steady performance to counter Hull's offensive danger. Additionally, we are confident they will achieve enough at the other end to secure all 3 points.
All right, guys. So, given that report that we have there about that sporting event, we think that the home draw no bet at 1.26 odd will be the way to go in that sporting event. For those who asked in the comment section, what draw no bet means is if this game turns out to be a draw, you get your stake back. But if the home team wins, you win. But if the home team loses, then you lose that betting. Basically, that's what that means. In that one. So before I go for that, guys, I'd like to ask you guys to please take 1 second to hit the like button. Show support to the channel, just a sign of good faith to help us grow. Hit the subscribe button the first time I'm coming across the channel. You can see how we roll, right? This is what we do on a daily basis. And don't forget to turn your notification bells on so you'll be the first to know when we post something of value on the channel, and so you don't miss out on important updates. And also, I want to say a big shout out to everybody liking this video and subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate what you're doing, and this has got the team fired up to go. So I want to encourage you guys to keep doing that, a sign of good faith to the channel, so we can keep growing and the community keeps growing as it has been doing for the past few days. Really appreciate that. Matter of fact, a round of applause for you guys there. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing that. So moving on now, the next sporting event we have is the game between Plymouth Argyle and Millwall, and here's information about that sporting event for your use today.
Following the exhilaration of winning against Liverpool on Sunday afternoon, Plymouth may struggle to effectively refocus on the reality of a championship relegation fight on Wednesday night. That said, the Pilgrims are no longer an easy target at home park with Moslik in charge and should be capable of securing at least a draw against Millwall.
Alright, so given that report that we have there, we think that giving the home team 2 goals advantage going into that sporting event and expect them to maintain that at the end of 90 minutes is the safe way to play this one if you're looking at playing this safe today at another of 1.20 in that one. Next sporting event is between Sunderland and Luton Town, and here's information about that sporting event before we tell you what the safe market option is.
Sunderland are among 2 teams that have not lost a home game in the championship this season, and we believe they will keep that streak alive with a close victory against a Luton team that has lost 11 out of their last 12 away league games.
All right. So given that report that we have there, we think that it is safe to say that the home or away should be able to win this one at the end of 90 minutes, and that's priced at another 1.27 in that sporting event. Next sporting event is between Swansea and Sheffield Wednesday, and here's information about that sporting event.
Buoyed by an inspiring away victory last weekend, we support Swansea City to prevail over a Sheffield Wednesday team affected by numerous injuries to vital players, especially Bernard in defense and Captain Bannan in the midfield.
All right. So in the game between Swansea and Sheffield Wednesday, we expect the home team to win or draw here at another 1.44 in this sporting event. So please mark this event down. I think this is most likely going to happen because we have a lot of injuries to the away team here, and just basically from what I just jotted down, it shows they have the renewed confidence in the Swansea squad. And the away having key injuries, in defense and midfield is a really serious one. So this looks like one of those events that are, bound to happen today. So let's keep an eye on that one. And that's home in or draw rather is priced at another 1.44, which is quite valuable. And this is where information comes in. I hope that goes well for us today. Next sporting events between Sheffield United and Middlesbrough. And here's information about our sporting event for you use today.
Chris Wilder urges Sheffield United squad to respond following a disappointing home performance over the weekend, and we support their chances of succeeding in a challenging matchup on Wednesday, as the opponents are struggling to gain momentum in their playoff chase.
All right, so given the report that we have here, it is safe to say that the home win or draw at another 1.37 is the safe way to play this one, in a sporting event today. Next sporting event is between West Bromwich and, Blackburn Rovers, and here's information about that sporting event for your use today, basically.
After a successful conclusion to the transfer window, West Brom has numerous attacking choices as they seek to achieve consecutive victories at the Hawthorns. Given the uncertainty surrounding head coach Eustace's future, Blackburn is set to struggle in the Black Country, which could lead to their exit from the playoffs.
All right, so given that report that we've just found here, about that sporting event, we think that the home team to score will be the safe way to play this one if you're looking at backing that event today, and that's priced at another 1.22 in that sporting event. The next sporting event is between India and England, and this is a cricket game, and here's some information about that sporting event for you today.
England have struggled to cope with India's superiority throughout this tour, and although they will seek to restore some honor in this game, we believe the home team will once again prove too strong for the Three Lions.
All right, so given that report that we have there, it is safe to say that India should be able to win this one today, and that's right at another 1.45. I would like to also tell you guys, you can earmark this sporting event also. It looks very, juicy, like it's going to happen today also. Combine this and Swansea, and I think if you're a high roller, this can be, something you can go with today. Moving on, last sporting event we have is the game between Phoenix Suns and Memphis Grizzlies, and that's a basketball game, NBA basketball game. So here's information about that sporting event for your use today.
The past 2 weeks have been challenging for the Phoenix Suns, who have secured only 2 victories in their last 7 games and have lost 2 important starters due to injuries during this period. The Memphis Grizzlies, on the other hand, are currently enjoying a 10-2 streak since mid-January, and we anticipate they will recover from Sunday's defeat to OKC with a 3rd consecutive victory over the home team.
Right, so given that information that we have there, we think that the away side, which is Memphis Grizzlies, should be able to win this sporting event, including overtime, by the way, at another 1.57 in that sporting event, and that's what we're going with if you ask us how to play this one safely. Safe to say Memphis will be able to win today. Okay, so these are the sporting events we have for you today, alongside information about them and safe market options as well, to help you make better informed decisions as you go about doing what you do today. Please note that sports events carries a lot of risk factors that can affect the outcome of these events. Red cards, VAR, penalties, own goals, fitness issues are part of this factors that can affect the outcome of these sporting events. So you want to take that and keep that in mind, and as a result you have to gamble responsibly. Very important that you do. Okay, and do not forget to also create 2, 3, 4 slips from what we provide to you every single day on the channel. That just basically helps you increase your chances of winning. And do not repeat events on these slips. Okay, make sure it's 1 event per slip and that's done with it. Okay, that simply just helps you stay away from losing everything when one event loses. All right, guys, so that being said, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you grab some value from this. Till we see again in next video, may the odds be in our favor always, guys.